Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. Excuse me. It is Wednesday morning. It's March 6th. It's 6:03 a.m. Happy Wednesday. This is a little show I've been doing for quite some time, and it is a show about me talking and sharing some feelings. And it's kind of funny. I was out walking my dog Holly a little bit ago, and usually before I start my show, I just take her out to go potty out in the yard or whatever. Figured I'd hmm, change it up a little bit and walk around the block, give her a chance to stretch her legs and smell some, I don't know, fire hydrants and basketball, I don't know, things and what have you, trees and whatever. Um, but so I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. And it was kind of interesting. Nah, I mean, I find it interesting because I'm a guy that wakes up early and does a coffee talk show to his phone, hoping somebody else is tuning in. But anyway, I found it kind of interesting because while I was out walking, I had a bunch of different thoughts, and it was kind of nice to give my mind an opportunity to stretch a little bit rather than just wake up and start talking with directly after waking up. But either way, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking or shaking the fog out of my head. For those that have been watching a while, you know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee, and I'm so excited to take my first sip at this fairly early hour. My hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Mm. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's the French vanilla by the 8 o'clock coffee company. They're not going to like me for saying this, but I got two of their bags left over there, and I got no other bags. So they might not be my favorite brand of coffee. I really enjoy Starbucks. I love Dunkin' Donuts. Seattle's Best is always great. And this is fine. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh on the old 8 o'clock coffee. But for some reason, there's two bags of that brand over there and no other brands. Could mean that's all I buy and I love the coffee that much. Or in this case, it means I drank all the other coffee and that's all there is left. So let's have a little more. Mm. Anyway, how you guys doing? How you feeling? How'd you sleep? I slept well. I'm really enjoying sleep these days. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it just feels so nice. And I think most of you know I stopped drinking about 2.5 years ago. So now when I wake up during the night, even if I'm struggling with anxious thoughts or anxiety or fear or whatever, I can tend to go back to sleep pretty well, fairly quickly, and it won't keep me up the rest of the night versus when I used to drink and I'd have those same feelings. Oftentimes I'd just sit there and stare at the clock and dread life. I'll tell you what, that's not a fun way to spend an evening. But anyway, I was said a moment ago, I took Holly for a short walk. It gave me a nice opportunity to have a few thoughts. And as I was sitting down in front of my cup here today, I thought, because I do a show also called Thoughts from the Gym, and it's random thoughts I have after working out. And I call this show The First Sip. And I was thinking about it, thinking I could change the name to Thoughts with Coffee or Random Thoughts with Coffee or Thoughts Early in the Morning. I wonder if it'd help my viewership any. Probably not, but I'm still going to share my thoughts. First of all, as I got out of bed today, I let out a big stretch, raised my arms way up, and then went and did a toe touch. And it felt so good. And I don't know why I mean, I stretch a fair bit, but I don't do it even more because it feels so good and it kind of wakes you up and it's good for your body, whether you're young, middle-aged, or old. Staying limber, I think, is one of the most important things we can do. So, again, combine that with the fact that it feels so good. I don't know why we don't do it more often. I grabbed my phone before the walk and turned to CNBC and flipped through the news, and I saw that Nikki Haley dropped out of the Republican presidential primary, leaving it to Trump. And to be honest, even as a guy that's slightly right of center, um, and has voted for Trump before, I'm surprised that he is going to win the nomination. Honestly, 3 or 4 years ago, at the end of the last election, or at the start of Biden's presidency, it was such a contentious time, and there was so much, I don't know, anger and felt like rage across the country. And maybe that's because I was watching the news too much and I was immersed in it. But I'm really surprised, that Trump won the the Republican primary, and I've heard some reports say he's odds-on favorite to be the next president, and I just didn't think that was possible 4 years ago. Um, I'm not trying to be political, but it just surprised the heck out of me. 4 years back, I would have said DeSantis from Florida would have won the nomination or what have you, but he doesn't apparently move the meter like Donald Trump does. What was my one other thought I had? I think I had two other thoughts during my walk today. First of all, I talk about the birds chirping a lot because I like to appreciate and notice this little things. And there was a ton of birds chirping. And I've seen the movie The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock many years ago. And it's interesting to me because although birds aren't as a regular part of our lives as maybe people are, there's far more birds on this planet than there are people. I don't know what the ratio is, but I know there's far more. If anybody knows the ratio, please put the answer in the comments. I think I had one more thought. It's a really insignificant thought. As we were coming down the home stretch towards home, there was a woman walking with a headlight, running down the street with a headlight on her head. And I guess it's better to be safe than sorry, but I still kind of got a little chuckle in it. And I used to be a former runner. And our parents used to make us wear reflector vests, and we always didn't like that when we were kids and going out with the track team, and I never thought that was cool. So when I saw this woman running down the road wearing a little headlight, gave me a chuckle. So those might be my thoughts for you this morning. Hope you found them as interesting as I enjoyed telling them to you. I'm going to have one more sip of coffee. And again, it's Wednesday morning. I'm excited about my day. I think I had a great night's sleep, and I'm feeling fairly peaceful and fairly satisfied with the world at this moment. Not content to stay here and stay in this spot or be in the same exact position, but satisfied with things the way they are right now, while still excited about the future and moving forward and drinking coffee and petting my dog and going to get my little babies when they wake up from their sleep. Hopefully not too soon, but whenever they're ready, I'll be ready for them. And I hope you're ready for the day as well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. I hope your week's going well, that you're enjoying your hot coffee, that you're loving yourself, that you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.